That's so. We were doing a video on Riyad Mahrez. It's Player Circle episode 2, and during the video, we just got reports that Haaland to City is almost done, or it's done. That there's a contract that's been set, and all it has to do is has to be signed. So through that excitement, some of you guys who are watching the show with us, the Riyad Mahrez video we did, you can watch that on YouTube. You requested that we go and do the Haaland. Even Carl is going to make an entrance just because it's Haaland. So, Carl, how do you feel? I can see from your face you feel very excited.
Well, the thing about this deal is that you and I have been talking about this for probably 6 to 7 months.
Yeah,
I remember back in 2020, and now we don't. Now, obviously, Jack Gone was the one that came out and said that the deal has been done and has been agreed. Personal terms have been agreed between Erling Haaland and Man City for wages. That a total package is going to be about £100 million. That's what they said.
Same thing you mentioned months ago when you did your presentation.
And a few months ago, when we did a presentation of the analysis of everything that we did, we said that it's probably going to come to about £109 million. That's what we said. I'll never forget. That was a number we said for the transfer fee plus the agent's wages was going to come to about £109 million. And if over 5 years, it's probably going to be around £200 million when you look at year on year. We said it, that's going to be 100. So we've been talking about this for a long time. And this week, I told you, I said that the deal is done, right? The question is that nobody's announced it yet. In fact, I think up to this morning, I mentioned that I really believe that this deal is done because Dortmund have to plan ahead for the summer, right? Everybody knows his transfer fee. Everybody knows what the agent's fee is going to be, right? And the decision has been made. The issue is that he hasn't yet communicated it out. And we're still waiting for him to say it or somebody to say it. But he's made a decision. You cannot be Erling Haaland's camp and you're in March, 12th or 13th, and you haven't made a decision. It's impossible. That would be incompetence. The question is, where is he going to go? And this week, we started to hear a lot of chatter around Erling Haaland that Madrid is saying he's not going to come, that Barcelona is saying, well, we don't know. When you begin to hear chatter through the vine, something's about to happen. And I said,
can I say something before I forget, though, Carl? Carl, you said it though that there's a lot of noise. You started saying it last week that there's too many articles coming out. A lot of people are saying the same thing. There's no smoke without fire. Look, if this doesn't happen, I don't know. You never know. But there's too much smoke. And Carl was the one who told us. Carl was like, guys, there's too many articles coming out. We're just waiting for that article to also come out. So for this article to come out this evening, if you look on Twitter right now, things are blowing up. So Carl, continue explaining because you are the one who posted the articles. And I remember I was writing to you that calm down. But you told me that, Patrick, there's too much chatter, too much talk this week. Why is there too much talk this week? And then they say, a decision is going to be made in 2 weeks. Yeah, go ahead.
Patrick, if you look at our WhatsApp group, our City WhatsApp group, which a lot of us are on, this morning I posted, I said, the deal is done. Before this thing came out, I said, it's done, right? Yeah. And someone was asking me how I said, the deal is done. The issue is, who is it going to? But the deal is done. Yeah. Whether it's Real Madrid or Man City, the deal is done, right? The question is, who is it going to? And I said, something is about to happen. I said before the international break, which is not what I said. I quote, I said, before the international break, something is going to happen with this guy Skinny, and we are like 2 weeks away. So it's, and someone else said, the guy signed for Adidas. I said, it's irrelevant. If I get signed for Adidas,
it doesn't matter who you sign for. Right, him is signed to New Balance and he plays for Man City.
But Patrick, here's why it matters, right? The fact that he signed a deal with Adidas tells us now that he's actually signed for a club or is going to sign for a club because you can't do one without the other. Are you following me?
Yeah, I can follow you.
He left Nike, right, when he was at Dortmund to sign for Adidas. So that negotiation was probably done at the same parallel time as he was signed for a new club.
Yeah.
So the way, how do I explain it? The way, humans work and the way executives work, right? They work in a package, in a bubble. They do deals almost at the same kind of time. And when you begin to see signs of things happening, they're pointing to you to something. When you see people like Sean Bolter talk about the fact that he's going to talk to Erling Haaland's father, who's his teammate. When you see chatter that's happening around Dortmund trying to get rid of him. When you see Dortmund saying they need a decision made. When you go to ESPN, you're hearing Jan Agafiotov drop things about it's going to be Madrid or City. Yeah. You begin to say to yourself, something is happening right
now. And then every time there's Guys, welcome to the show. We're just talking about the Haaland. We had a show about Real Madrid, but everybody said there's news breaking about Haaland, so we jumped into the Haaland stream. Guys, like the vid, and guys, if any of you want to jump on the stream with us right now and have your thought on this Haaland situation or this breaking news, go ahead.
Big Steve said yesterday the deal is done. Remember Big Steve, right?
Yeah, yeah. I can see here. Daniel, welcome to the show. Welcome, guys. SSB, welcome to the show. It says, guys, even Big Steve said that somebody said to him the deal is done, and Big Steve worked for City last week. Oh, there you go. There you go. Look, that's the chatter Kao has been saying. Kao has been saying it for the past 2 weeks. He even said it months ago that there's a lot of chatter about this Man City, but now it's getting closer. Like you can actually see a lot of people saying the same thing. Every article that comes out, Kao, on Twitter kept on saying Barcelona, City, and Madrid are in the race, but City are offering a higher and the best package, and City are willing to go that extra mile to make sure he doesn't slip up and go to another team.
Well, the thing about this, Patrick, is the way I looked at this deal is, and we hope that Jack Gone comes true. But I really believe this is true. If it's not true, okay, fine, we move on, right?
Yeah.
Think of yourself as Erling Haaland, right? Think as a 21-year-old player. There's a team that wants you, that your father played for, that you have history with. You have history with. There's a legacy you have with that club from goes for your father. You supported them as a kid, right? There's a spot for you waiting for you to join them, right?
There's no competition. There's no striker.
There's no competition. None for you, right? And you're 21. You can still go to Real Madrid when you're 25 or 26.
Yeah, you can, Yeah, you can,
Right. Mbappe is going to go to Real Madrid. That's guaranteed. There's no question. He's going to Real Madrid. After what happened yesterday, he's going. Right?
Well, let me also ask this guy. There's Jovic at Madrid, right? There's Jovic at Madrid, and there's Benzema. So Haaland goes there. Haaland wants first team football. Haaland wants to be the main striker. How would that work if he goes to Madrid?
That's the problem. So that narrows down the amount of clubs. Again, if his father wants this guy to develop as a player, are you going to develop under Ancelotti or the Guardiola, playing against Liverpool, Chelsea, United, and co every single week?
Guardiola.
Yeah, and then now they've changed the parameters for Ballon d'Or to be performance, not just what you want. Yeah. Are you following me?
So I'm following you. I'm with you. Preach.
So all these things, again, are little signposts, like crumbs that lead you to a conclusion. They are all little crumbs that lead you, and you have to follow the crumbs. You have to use your brain to think about, okay, if I'm his father, where will I send my son? If a club is saying that they're going to pay him all he wants, no problem. Yep. I get my commission, I get my agent's fees. There's a space for him there. He's working with De Bruyne, he's working with Bernardo Silva, he's working with Guardiola. He comes to the blue side of Manchester, he's going to be basically loved and adored. You know that, right?
Yeah.
By the fans, are going to absolutely love him. This is the guy whose father was singing, they were singing songs for his father. Jack Gone is absolutely reliable. Jack Gone from Daily Mail is an absolutely reliable guy.
Yeah, like look, Samir, for me, Jack doesn't just post things. That means he's heard something. Jack just posts things once in a while, and every time he posts things is when they're close or when the rumor is getting too hot. Look, we say this at the beginning of the video. It might not happen because you never know what last-minute decisions can be made or last-minute offers can be made. But so far, the noise on Twitter. Let me just share something on Twitter, then I'll share this picture back.
Let's share.
Let me just share what was posted on Twitter, which has brought all this hype. Everybody's going crazy on Twitter. But for the past 2 weeks, Carl has been telling us, I'm giving him his flowers. He's been telling us that, guys, there's too much noise about this Haaland thing. Why is there too much noise? Every day an article is coming out. Every day somebody's saying, oh, Man City are leading. Man City are offering the bigger package. And yet newspapers from Spain and close to Madrid, who always talk about players before they're signed. They talk about somebody before they're signed and Madrid gets them. I'm not saying anything. So it looks like it's going on. Look, there's so much. Let me be honest with you. We haven't spent money on a striker for a long time. Even when Aguero was bought, he wasn't bought for so much money. Yeah, go ahead.
What did Guardiola say last week about a striker and someone special?
Yeah, he said somebody special. He says we're willing to buy somebody special.
Correct. Last week. Again, right? I mean, this what they call circumstantial evidence.
So this is the tweet that has started everything. This is the tweet that has started everything. I don't know if you've got your phone open there, Carl. Maybe you can read a few things from the article. if you can, maybe for people to understand.
I have,
So
I have the, I think I have the article open right. Let me share my
yeah,
screen.
so guys, this is what has started the fire on Twitter. Jack, for me, maybe not for you, but for me, is reliable. Every time
Very
he
reliable.
tweets, he just doesn't tweet anything. When Julian Alvarez was coming to City, Jack already said it's done. Remember the Ake situation? Jack said, "Oh, the deal is done. Ake is being signed for 40." People didn't believe, but he always tweets when things are more serious. Yes, I know most of you always wait for Fab. But trust me, sometimes Fab is not always the one who is in the correct. I wouldn't be surprised within tomorrow or in a few minutes, Fabricio is going to also tweet something about this. But Fab also tweet. No. Fab tweeted something earlier on today about Haaland to City.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He tweeted something about Haaland to City. So guys, this is what's going on right now. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to Daniel, Ryan City. How you doing? Everybody, guys, all the people on Twitter. If you want to get involved, DM me. I'll send you a link. You can be able to come live here and have your say. We are not professionals, but we're just taking the information we have and bringing out there. Was it months ago we did a video on Haaland? Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, guys, City fans out there, there's no need to be afraid. If you cannot be excited about the possibility of signing Erling Haaland, then what's the point of being a
generational talent, generational striker, one of the best in the world.
Even if you don't get him for whatever reason, something happens, we don't get him.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong in hoping. I mean, what's the joy? There's no joy in not being able to hope that you can get a generational talent. We know the club after a striker. We know they were after Harry Kane last year. I said last year that City were never going to get Harry Kane. I said it. People laughed at me. I said we're not getting Harry Kane, and I was so happy we didn't get him. Because in my opinion, we need to plan for the future, a post-Guardiola future, right? 5, 10 years, whatever it is, right? And we need a generational player to do that. There's nothing
we do.
If me at my age, I'm not too young, I'm not too old, is excited about a young talent, what's wrong with that? We shouldn't be afraid of.
There's a question for you, Carl. Here, there's a question for you, Carl. Carl, there's a question for you here from SSB. He says, do you guys think the EPL pool power has increased and the La Liga decreased? True. Go ahead.
See, for me, the answer to your question, SSB, is the fact that I've always said that Haaland, in my opinion, will choose based on football development, not on glitterati.
Exactly. Football.
I always said that the decision to come to whatever club is not about who's glittering, who is shining, about Real Madrid or Barcelona. It's about where can I develop as a player, and
where can I become a star? Where can I become a star and better?
Where can I grow and become a better footballer, right? And think about where he went from Mulder, he went to Salzburg, from Salzburg he went to Dortmund, and potentially he could come to City afterwards. He can still go to Real Madrid in 5 years' time, 4 years' time, completing his journey of development. But if he goes to Madrid now, he's going to share the limelight with Mbappe, with Benzema, with all these guys who are there.
Carl, I have another article to share. This guy, obviously, I had issues with him in the past. Not that like we didn't have any altercation. It's just that I thought he was. So, but some of the transfer news this guy does are true, because this guy is the one who reported weeks ago. Remember when I sent it to you saying Haaland has been offered the best offer from Man City. So this is another guy who's shared something. Obviously, he's also trying to say, guys, I did, after Jack tweeted, he's trying to say I also did share this with you guys. So Borussia Dortmund have been told that Erling Haaland will sign for Man City. As reported, Man City have been the clear favorites for weeks. Father plays a key role. So the father is the one who has pushed this. This has been reported over and over again. However, there's no signature on any contracts. Yes, as we said at the beginning, there's no signature on any contracts. Some of you guys are saying, I'll believe it when I see him in the shirt. Look, we believe that. Me and Carl are saying, we are not saying this might not happen, but we're saying all the boxes are ticking. Somebody just wrote a message here that all the boxes, you see, Man City ticks all the boxes. He's a little City fan as well. The fans will love him. Yes, there's pictures of him and his sister hanging the Man City jerseys on the Christmas tree. Did you see that? There's a picture of him when they were young. Hanging
I mean, so again, let's take one step at a time, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Step number one, Patrick, we know that we need a number 9 striker.
Yeah, we do.
We know Sergio Aguero has gone, right? Step number 3, we tried to get Harry Kane last summer. We didn't succeed, right? Which means that there's
Yep.
money available, right, for a number 9 striker. Step number 3, there's no one there right now. Step number 4, Erling Haaland has a release clause for £64 million. And who is release clause FC?
Man City.
Okay, good. So we are classified as release clause FC because it's easy to do a deal. Once you agree personal terms with the player and you play the release clause, it's basically just done. Player moves.
Yep.
Okay. We know Erling Haaland is going to leave in step number 4. In December, when Dortmund left the Champions League, were kicked out, what did I say? I said, watch out for what's going to happen right now, because since Dortmund are out of the Champions League, they're going to need money, because they're going to lose money, and this thing is going to accelerate over the next couple of months.
True.
And now here we are right now in March.
You did say it. You did say it last year. You said that in the video we did, that the case for Haaland. You said the only deal that makes sense right now after the Harry Kane one went off is the Haaland one. And you say it's going to be a total package of 125 million, which City can afford. You said they can afford the agent fees. They can afford everything.
Correct. Let me share if I can share the presentation. Maybe I can share it so people can see.
Yeah, go ahead if you want to share the presentation. I'm just going to be reading the comments. Samir, welcome to everybody who's in the comments, guys. Whoever's on Twitter, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Me and Carl, we are football fans like yourselves. Get involved with us. If you want, DM me and Carl. Carl is Gondorodian on Twitter. I'm True City Fan on Twitter. Get involved with us. You can come here and have a chat and have your say about everything. We don't mind fans coming on. This is the reason why we have the channel. So, guys, go ahead. Give me a minute. Let me just read a few comments. I think 95% he's headed to City. I think you guys are right. City fit his style and project. That's true. The most important thing is the project. As Barcelona fan, I think we're third in line for him. Simea, that's the thing. It's about project. Right now, Barcelona just want to get themselves out of deep water. Bring in Haaland. What will Haaland do? Haaland needs a guarantee that it's Champions League football. Give me a minute, Carl. I'm going to share that in a minute. Just let me see. This is Luca. How you doing? This is Luca, man. This is Luca. Everybody who's watching, guys, like the vid. Give us a like. Subscribe if you're new. And if you're feeling this Haaland news, subscribe, guys. So let me just read one more comment, and I'll share what Carl is about to share. Haaland will be a very big signing. I'm definitely having Haaland on my Man City shirt for the next season. Guys, I said this. Carl, remember what I said? If Haaland signs, my daughter, my son, myself, all of us are going to be wearing Haaland jerseys wherever we go. Haaland to the end. Okay, guys, I'm just going to share what Carl is just going to explain to you.
I'm sharing already. I think I'm sharing.
Yeah. So I'm just going to share the minute. I'm going to share the screen. So, guys, we did a video called The Case for Haaland. So we're just going to go to the more technical side. So Carl is going to take over and explain what he's talking about, and he will give you the reason why Haaland is a perfect signing for Man City, and the money is going to fit the wage structure and everything. So, Carl, take it away. Here you go.
Absolutely. Let me know if you can see my screen. I want to make sure you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen. Guys, in the comments, can you see Carl's screen? I was about to give us a thumbs up, but I can't see you guys. If you can see Carl's screen, go ahead, drop a comment. Guys on Twitter, comment. Guys on Twitter, I can see there's a lot of you watching on Twitter. Comment, get involved. What do you think about this Haaland rumors? So Carl, explain it. So Carl's going to explain the technical side of it. Yeah, go ahead.
So last year, November 2020, look at the bottom of the slide, right? November 2021. Yeah. That's what we like to put. Patrick and I sat down. We said, look, we know that the January transfer window is coming on. And we think, in our opinion, that we need to understand, the fact that we lost Kane, we need to make sure we understand how this Haaland deal can be made. And this is the slide that we put together. We started off with saying that, look, here's the current situation. Dortmund are out of the Champions League, right? Which means they lose at least £50 million in revenue, prize money, because they're out of the Champions League, right? And with the whole COVID situation, it creates a revenue problem for Dortmund, right?
It's a lot of money. The Champions League is a lot of money when you get out of it, yeah.
It's a lot of money. So November 24, 2021, Dortmund said they were open to receive instrumental bids for Erling Haaland. They wanted to sell him for more than 64 million, and they were willing to let him go, right, for more money, but pay in installments, right? That's what they basically said. That's what Dortmund said on November 24, 2021. Okay? Dortmund's issue is that, so let me go to the next slide real quick. Go ahead. We talked about Harry Kane, and we said that Harry Kane deal, what I call the impossible deal, if you compare what Harry Kane we're going to pay for Harry Kane, which is 150, in my opinion, it was too much money. And Daniel
it was
Levy
a lot of money. It was so
Daniel
much money.
Levy was never gonna sell Harry Kane. Remember, Harry Kane was probably going to be bought for 150 million. Haaland's release clause is 64 million. So already there, Harry Kane is double what Haaland's release clause is going to be without even wages.
Yeah.
Are you following me? Right?
I am with you. Continue preaching. Right? Go ahead.
Hypothetically, we said that Haaland's release clause is 64 million. His wages is probably going to be around 385,000 pounds a week, 20 million pounds a year. He's probably getting De Bruyne money at that kind of level. Right? Agents fees, 30 million. Right? If you add the 30 million plus the 64 million, we're talking about 94 million pounds, which is the 100 million that they talked about just now.
Yeah.
Are you following me?
Yeah, we're with you. Guys in the comments, please tell us, are you with Carl?
Right? So the money was there for Erling Haaland. It was there for Erling Haaland, right? The fact that City wanted Kane, right? And we had that reserved for Kane, and we couldn't get him, the money was there for Erling Haaland. The question for us was, does Erling Haaland really want to come to City? Does he want to develop his football? Does he want to play with Guardiola? Does he want to play with Kevin De Bruyne and all these Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden and all these guys? It wasn't about Raiola or his dad. It was about what this kid wants to do to grow. Right?
And it was also about his father. You told me that his father seems to be very pivotal in making decisions for Haaland.
Correct. So here's what we thought. Finally, we said that let's forget about the what we call the impossible Kane transfer. Right. And I said this in June 2021. I said the Harry Kane deal was impossible. What I call the impossible deal. And it wasn't because City didn't have the money or City didn't want him, because Harry Kane would never, because Daniel Levy would never sell to City. He will sell to United in summer. Whoa, watch your space. He will sell Harry Kane to United in summer, but he'll never sell to City because it's about politics. Right? I said what we need to do at City is make Dortmund an offer they cannot refuse.
Which the rumors keep saying we've made an offer that they can't refuse.
Right. I said, pay Dortmund a transfer fee of 109 million pounds. Right there. See it? Right? What did Jack Gone say? How much are we saying that we're paying for the overall cost of stuff?
I think you read the article. You read the article. You said 100 million, yeah.
Yeah. I said we need to force the hand of Dortmund and Haaland's team. I said City need to be decisive and aggressive. I said the total cost of Haaland is cheaper than Harry Kane, because even after 5 years, Haaland still has a resale value. Remember, 64 million release clause, right? You can actually resell him in 5 years to Madrid if he wants to for a much higher fee. Harry Kane, after 5 years, you cannot resell him because he's going to be 34, 35 years old. It's basically zero value at the end of the day. I said City need to use all their power, all their relationships, right, to convince him and his father to make the case for Erling Haaland. We talk about the fact that this guy is Aguero's replacement for a number 9. Talk about the romantic story of his return to the club, following his father's footsteps, right? The lure of working and developing under Guardiola, learning to play total football and winning titles, right? Playing with some of the best players in the world, in De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva and Rodri, in Foden, in Cancelo, in Diaz, in Walker, in Goodwin, in Ederson. That story of working with them that will create your goals, right? He can now become a consistent contender for the Ballon d'Or. And today we heard that the Ballon d'Or criteria is going to change. It's about performance, not just what you want. He can break many scoring records because they're going to create chances. I said that he's going to become instantly beloved by the local fans and adored by us who are the global fans, because it's a new generation of young fans who are going to love this guy. And then it's going to send fear and terror in all the stadiums of the Premier League. So this is our case for Haaland. This was in November last year. November, December, January, February, March. 5 months ago, we talked about this, Patrick.
It was 5 months ago. Guys who are just joining us, we're talking about Haaland. There's a lot of rumors. Not rumors, actually, there's a lot of statements coming out. They've been coming out for the whole week. But even Jack, somebody who's very reliable, has said the Haaland deal is there. The contract has been, the terms have been agreed. And there's a lot of articles right now popping on Twitter. Everything is popping on Twitter. We're going to go back to Twitter. Carl, are you done with your presentation?
Yeah, I'm done. I just want to make one more point. I've been saying all week for the past 2 weeks that something is happening right now. There's too much chatter. There's too much information. There's too much corroboration. There's too much circumstantial evidence. Something is about to happen. And this morning, the first thing that when I woke up this morning with you guys was posted in the WhatsApp chat. I said that the deal is done. I said the deal is done. The question is, who is it going to? But I know the deal is done.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of pause. Here's another one. Man City have reportedly got a deal in place to sign Haaland in summer. Personal terms have been discussed and framework ready to be signed off. So it's ready to be signed off. And if you just see a few things on Twitter right now, even City Extra, shout out to City Extra, Jordan and them, man. There is a growing feeling across Europe that Man City are in the pole position to sign Erling Haaland, and expectations that he will line up for City next season. Haaland's father and family still share affinity with the club. So look, it's also up to the. Looks like it's up to the parents and the family. The family, they still feel like this is it. So this is the first post that has sent everybody crazy on Twitter. And as I said, Carl did say it in his presentation that Haaland might be coming to City because the numbers make sense. You have to just pay about 68 to 78 million. Then after that, you have to pay the agent fees by the time you're done. And even the agent fee stuff. Carl, can you educate me? You told me there's something that has changed with the agent fee. What has
so
it
this,
changed?
this is another reason why I think that this deal is done, because FIFA has said that from July the agents' fees are going to be capped by 10%.
Yeah.
So let's say that I'm Mino Raiola right now, right?
Yeah.
If I wait till July, Patrick, right?
Yeah.
I can only get 6.4 million pounds because FIFA's rule comes into play. If I do the deal now, right, I can get whatever agent fees that I want to get. So there's an incentive to try and do the deal as quickly as possible. Are you following me?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. So you have to do it now before the cap comes in.
Correct. Which is why I said that the deal will be done. I said the deal is going to be done. I said it was done, but I believe they're going to talk about it probably before the international break. There's one more thing that Daniel Neiman says. Daniel says, I think Haaland is gone. I think Haaland wants his move as early as possible so that he can recover in the summer and be ready for the preseason. He's absolutely correct.
And there's a nice comment here. It says Pep is much better coach than Ancelotti right now. People forget Ancelotti was coaching Everton not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam, let me just highlight Adam here for a minute. Adam, how you doing, man? Hope everything is well with your with your kid, man. I hope everything is well. I pray that everything is well, man. So another comment. I'm gonna get to that comment, guys. When do you think Fabrizio Romano will make a statement? I'm pretty sure with the noise that it's making on Twitter, because Fab is a guy who picks up on what's making noise, isn't he, Carl? He always picks up on what's making noise, so he knows what's trending. So right now, what's trending is Haaland to City. The contract is there. The personal terms have been agreed. He just has to sign on, and the deal is done. So Fab, I'm pretty sure is gonna post in a few minutes. Let me just read a few comments here. Daniel says it's a great show, Carl. And then he says, when I said, "Are you keeping up?" He's like, "I'm with you. Keep talking." That was you, to you, Carl.
See, listen. Let me explain something to you guys, right? So,
yeah,
I'm not one of those people who is afraid to get things wrong. Understand me very clearly, right? I'm not. Ever since I was a child, I've always been taught that look, be yourself, enjoy yourself, be yourself, be yourself.
Don't be somebody else you're not. Don't be somebody else you're not.
Don't give a crap about what people think. If you're wrong, okay, maybe something happened. There's an explanation. I've always been bullish about my own opinions, right? And I've said this for over a year that look, I've studied this. I think it's going to happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, it's not because City didn't try, it's because the guy didn't want to come because of whatever reason. But City will try to get Erling Haaland. They will try. Because if they don't, then they are foolish. Because they have a hole. Last week, Guardiola said that, quote, we're going to go after a striker. We want someone who is special. How many special players are there in the world right now as a striker?
Not many. There's Mbappe, but he's going to Madrid. And the other one is Haaland, but the biggest special striker, out-and-out striker, is Haaland right now. Haaland is the man.
Yeah, Nobody City Extra is live right now too. This is, and City Extra would have. This is popping off, guys. Everywhere it's popping off.
It is popping off. No, that they also posted. They also quoted and posted. So I think Haaland wants his move as early as possible so that he can recover in summer and be ready for preseason. That's true. Because right now he came back from training, isn't it? He came back to training. He was injured. He came back to training. Let me read another comment here from Samir. Hey guys, the former BN Sports reporter. What? Akaf bin Ayad here. What is he? I don't get what he meant by that.
I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means.
Please tell us what you mean by that. Okay, so here's let me see the former BN account. Okay, so Ryan says Haaland to City makes sense. It does make sense. Kawa said it makes sense because there's nowhere else to go. So let me read here. It says,
Ryan, the key about this is, I mean, the reason why you say it makes sense because if you look at, I mean, if you look at everything that's around you,
oh, here is the finishing. Samir is a Madrid fan. He says the former BN Sports reporter has retweeted that Laporta must be it's impossible for them to sign Haaland, something like that. That Barcelona is impossible for Barcelona to sign Haaland.
Yeah.
Is this a Raiola cash out with Haaland? Kao, I think you explained that, isn't it? That this is the time to make money.
SSP, right? There's a new law coming by FIFA which caps agent fees at 10%, right? Which starts in July, the new year. And traditionally, when you want to sign a player, you wait till June 30th and you sign him. You now follow the financial year. It's in Reala's interest to sign him now because he gets his full agent fee. If you wait till July, he only gets 10%, which is 6.4 million versus 40 million. So there's an incentive to do the deal, do the deal now. Are you following me?
I am following you. And here is Jack just said Jack was also the only reporter that denied Ronaldo. So Jack is very reliable with Man City, and if he's tweeted this, I'm pretty sure he believes the source he has. So guys, look, even Big Steve said it. He said it confidently on the City Extra channel. He said, I think Haaland is done. It's done. That's done and dusted. So a lot of stories out there. Look, there's a lot of chatter out there coming. So I think Haaland is coming to City, and we finally have a striker. Now, we've spoken about this horse and Haaland is coming to City. Let's speak about how you feel now, Carl. Let's say he signs on. What do you think the future holds for Haaland at City? What do you think is going to happen? Records is going to break. The way we're going to... Pep Guardiola is going to transform this kid.
I don't profess to be a local fan, but I'm excited for the local fans because they deserve this.
Yeah.
They deserve this. If he does come, right, they deserve this because they've gone through hell and high water. They've been patient with the club. 2 years of no number 9. Being there with 2 years. They deserve it.
I just want to let me say this before you move on, Carl. Even the 2 years with no number 9, we still beat Liverpool to the title. Yeah.
And I hope and pray that if he does come and he gets on the stage, I hope and pray that they welcome him.
Yeah, no, they will welcome him. They will welcome him. Oh, okay. This is Hussam. Hussam says Haaland won't come to City. Of course, Hussam, you'd say that. Hater. Hussam is such a hater. But holla at you, Hussam, and much love. Hussam is a good guy, man. This is football. Good channel. Check it out. Very good guy. Jack says Kevin De Bruyne is going to have 40 plus assists. Finally, somebody who can finish his food. How many times has De Bruyne passed it on a silver platter and our players miss it? So Haaland will finish that. So Kyle, here's our last comment. Guys, thanks for being here. A lot of you came in and showed us support. Please like the vid, share the vid, and you guys who have come late, you can watch at the beginning. You can see everything we talked about Haaland. You can also watch the Ray Admirers video I did earlier on before we jumped into this. Guys, Janaji, who is close to Haaland's family, has said there's nothing new to Jack's tweets. Doesn't deny it. Interesting. Wow.
Well, let's stop there for a minute. So, Jan Agafiotov last week, when they asked him on ESPN, so we get a lot of ESPN US, he said it's down to City or Real Madrid. That's what he said. It's down to 2 clubs, right? And the decision has already been made. Now, we don't know what the decision was. We're all waiting, which is why he's saying there's nothing new. We knew that, okay, it's going to be one of those 2. And there was a guy called Derek Ray. He does commentary for Bundesliga on ESPN. He had mentioned about 2 weeks ago that the decision had been made that Erling was going to go to the Premier League. I think it was a Freudian slip from his mouth. But these guys all know what's going on. They all know what's going on. Because if you look at the whole case that we put together in November last year, where we broke everything down in terms of the whole plan, it's cheaper for City to get Erling Haaland than it is to get Harry Kane. Cheaper. In terms of the salary, in terms of the contract, the contract fee, in terms of the resale value, the valuation of the player. Because in 5 years' time, he's going to be 25. He may go to Real Madrid then. You bought him at 64 million from Dortmund, right? And now, if he's now worth 150 million in 5 years' time, you can sell him off to Real Madrid and still make money off it. Rather than a Harry Kane, when you buy him at 29, 28, in 4 years' time, he's going to be 34, 35. His value is basically 0 because he's going to be fully depreciated on the books, and you can't sell him off again.
Yeah.
So economically, the number side, it's absolute makes sense, right?
Do you
Yes,
want
it's going to
to? Yeah, do you want to
yes.
answer? I say, Hussam, thank you very much for commenting, Hussam. Thank you for watching. I'll be honest, I think Madrid getting both Haaland and Mbappe, you think it's possible?
So Hussam, why I think it's not possible is not because they can't do it, because Madrid have problems in the midfield, right? So Hussam, think about this. If Real Madrid get Haaland and Mbappe up front, right? They probably can't replace the midfield. Now imagine Mbappe and Haaland playing up front against the Liverpool midfield. That midfield of Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro. They're going to get destroyed.
Wait, can I also ask a question?
So you need to have you need to have a balanced team in order to be able to progress. They need to replace somebody in the midfield. Now, my worry, Patrick, is that Bernardo Silva may end up going to Real Madrid.
Is that your worry?
Right? In the back of my mind, it's been in the back of my mind. It's been pinging me in the back of my mind that Bernardo Silva may end up going to Real Madrid because they need somebody in the midfield who can run, who can carry, with Camavinga and that other boy, Valverde. Are you following me now? The logic behind this.
I'm with you, yeah.
Right. That's at the back of my mind. That's what's worrying me right now. I say, they may come after him for a fee because they need balance in the team to be able to compete with the likes of Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and co in the future. Because if you get Mbappe and Haaland as a front two, who's going to play midfield? Who's going to get the ball to them? Who's going to high press? Who's going to win?
And also let me ask this to Hussam. Since Hussam, let me ask this to Hussam. Hussam, you keep saying he's going there. Okay, he goes there in summer. What are they going to do with Benzema? What are they going to do with Benzema? Benzema is at the peak of his powers right now. At the peak of his power. Do you think they're going to tell Benzema you're going to sit on the bench for Haaland? Or do you think they're going to tell Haaland that sit on the bench, you'll be sharing minutes with Benzema? I think there's only a few teams that can get him right now.
Patrick, let me. So Sam, so in my opinion, right? If he was going to Madrid by now, Marca in Madrid in Spain would have been flagging that story all over the whole place. I guarantee you, because those guys have people every single where, like they were doing for Mbappe yesterday. Now, now, can it change? Okay, it can change, but we're just having a good debate around the potential. In my opinion, right? I said that this morning on our WhatsApp group. I said the deal is done. Right? I've been saying it for months that this, for me, is the deal that should and can happen. It's not about money. It's about the coach, the infrastructure, the club, and also the legacy from his father. All those things all build the case for Erling Haaland. Now, if it doesn't come to us, fair enough. He chose something else instead of coming to City. We'll carry on as we carry on. We also have Julian Alvarez to come in to play. But we're going to lose some players as well this summer, in my opinion.
Yeah, we might. Some players might want to go because some players won't be happy with how much maybe Haaland is getting. You never know. Like this is how it is. But
any player that's not happy with what Haaland is getting, frankly, should. I mean, seriously. I mean, the whole argument I keep hearing is that it's going to break the wage structure. The wage structure is already broken. Okay, De Bruyne is earning 400k. Zinchenko's earning 20k. That's a broken wage structure already.
Yeah.
Right. But now the Silva's earning 110k. De Bruyne is earning is earning 300k. So you already have a broken structure. Right. You go after Jack for 100 million pounds. You break the normal structure. You know, I've been saying for months that City need to do big boy moves. Enough of this, handing over someone.
Trying to look good for the media.
Yeah, they're not going to like you either way. Rival fans won't like you either way. So just do it, man. Just do it.
Yeah, cool. So here is Madrid zone. They've got about 200,000 followers. They just even tweeted the same thing that Man City have a deal in place to sign Erling Haaland, and they've also put in Jack, and they've also said we've spoken to our City Extra people saying these guys are tier one. Jack is tier one. Look, Jack is tier one to me. I'm sorry. I've always believed him. He broke the news for the Ake news. Laporte news was broken by Ake. Ronaldo is not going to City. Jack was the first one to deny that Ronaldo is not going to City. So look, guys, we're going to continue watching this throughout Twitter. If this happens, if the announcement is done that the deal, we see him that he's signed on, it's done and dusted. Me and Carl, aka Gundorodian, for the people who are asking, is that Gundo? We're going to do another video on Haaland. But I'm giving you the flowers right here, live, Carl. In November, you did mention that Haaland... No. I'm just giving you the flowers. That at least your whatever you're saying is what's been reported. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen. There's situations that it might never happen. But I'm giving you the flowers for being right in certain things that whatever you say, it looks like it's what is going to happen. So Gondorian from the deep. Hussam, man. So guys, man, thanks for thanks for being with us, and Gundo as always, and Kao as always. Thanks for being here. I hope this happens because guys, Man City do need a striker. Like we do need a striker. We need a plan B. I know the first line thing has been working, but we need a striker. So guys, for those who are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Pitch Points. That's Gundo's channel, and subscribe to my channel, True City Fan, and like the vid. And for those guys who missed the rest of the vid, you can start it all over again and watch it. This is good content. We're giving you good content for free. So let me just read one more. So there's a comment here from This Is Football. My favorite city. Fab does YouTube. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. And guys, go and subscribe to this channel. This Is Football. Osam is a very good guy. He always does his football wars, which are very popular on Twitter. Subscribe to Osam's channel. This Is Football. Very good channel, and very good debates on This Is Football wars.
Yeah, we had a great space today. We talked about the Chelsea palaver, and we really broke it down in terms of financials, what's going to be really strategic stuff, really high level, very deep stuff that we talked about on Hussam's space today. So yeah, follow Hussam, man. He allows us the platform to be able to talk about this stuff. Some really deep stuff, and that was fantastic.
He allows us the platform to talk about a lot of things. We talked about talked about racism on the football wars. The people have talked about player ranking. So Hussam, man, I give you your flowers, man, and respect what you've done throughout the years during a difficult time like this of COVID. You've actually given people a sort of a distraction, something for them to vent on, something for them to speak. When fans have lost, you've had them on the walls for them to be able to speak. When fans want to talk about stress, anything, this is a masterclass. That's what we call it. It's a masterclass. So thank you, guys.
One more thing. So Hussam, so you notice that whenever you do a space, Hussam, TalkSport actually copy what the topics that you actually raise in your space.
Do they?
Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah.
Shit.
Whenever Hussam does a space, right, does a topic, what happens? TalkSport copies it. They do.
Hussam, get your money. Hussam, go get your money. Hussam, go get your money. Go get your money, man. Go get your money. So, guys, look, man, Kao, as always, delightful, always amazing to have you. Appreciate it. Appreciate to all the guys who are watching on Twitter, guys who are watching on YouTube. Thank you very much. I am usually live on Friday at 10 o'clock, so join me all the time. And also, go show love to the video we did earlier on Riyadh Mahrez. Go show love to that video, even though we had to cut it short. Okay, Kao, till next time, guys. Goodbye. Come on, CD.